Here's the bridegroom. Hey, everybody. I just want to thank you for joining me here. Um, Now this is going to be my first live stream, and I want to thank all my followers out there for making this possible. You know, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. Also, just as a reminder, I now have a members page. You can go join and become a member of the MNC family. But for my live stream, this is a test. I've got the new software and everything, and there is some latency in that. So I think I'm going to take that out. It's kind of disembogulating. Anyways, okay. So this is my first live stream, and I'm kind of testing everything out. I have a new computer, new software, and I'm streaming to YouTube for the first time using all this. So forgive me if I'm trying to work out some of the kinks, trying to see how all this goes, how everything works. I can see your chats. I would love to see some chats and maybe respond and talk to some of you guys out there. But let's get into this. I'm going to be talking about some news stories. I have two picked out for today. I did have some more, but yesterday when I was setting it up, I had issues with the mic. Ended up having to spend almost 3 hours fixing the mic issue. Finally got it up and going, as you could tell. So I wasn't able to get all the stories I wanted to do in there, but I did get two. But the plan originally, anyways, was to keep this short because this is mainly just a test to see how this is. So this is the first episode of my 2 cents. Whether you care about it or not, oh well. Right? But let's get into this first story. I have two quick videos for you here.
And
one
LGBTQ
is from
activism
our
in
friend
Afghanistan.
Tim Pool. Hold on, let me.
Forbes says billionaire Doge head Elon Musk
don't
said
have
on
any
X, formerly
audio,
known as Twitter.
so let's see.
We get it.
Get
That
you
he would
some
ask President Donald
audio
Trump to
going
propose
here.
a Doge dividend that would give taxpayers a refund check of $5,000 by the savings from his Department of Government Efficiency. So let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just ask you a question. Drop me a this question's really stupid. I'm sorry, because I know the answer. Put a 1 in the chat if you would like to receive $5,000, and put a 2 in the chat if you think that money should go to programs like gender studies in Pakistan and LGBTQ activism in Afghanistan. You choose. Forbes says billionaire Doge head Elon Musk said on X for.
Okay, what do you guys think? I think we should get the $5,000. But before I comment on this, I do have another video on you because I have seen some people trying to say, oh, these checks ain't real. We're not going to get anything. So this is from the White House.
So, Stephen, we're hearing about these Doge dividend checks that would be 20% back to taxpayers, 20% to pay down the debt. 60% is left. Who gets that?
Well, the way that it works is when you achieve savings, you can either return it to taxpayers, you can return it to our debtors, or it can be cycled into next year's budget, and then it just lowers the overall baseline for next year. So in other words, you can just transfer into the next fiscal window and then lower the overall spending level. And that means that you can achieve a permanent savings that way, and that reduces the deficit.
And when is it that people might see those checks?
Well, this is all going to be worked on through the reconciliation process with Congress that's going underway right now. As you've seen, the Senate's moving a bill, the House is moving a bill. The President has great confidence in both chambers to deliver on his priorities. I would just take this opportunity to note that President Trump has made a historic commitment to the working class of this country to fight for major tax relief and major price relief. And cutting spending, as Doge is doing, and cutting taxes is the key to delivering on both of those promises, and President Trump is resolutely committed to doing both.
All right. Now, I do like what he's saying right there. Because, you know, that's the thing right there, is the cutting the national debt and get rid of the wasteful spending. I mean, gender studies and countries where that kind of stuff is illegal. I mean, and I even heard one where they were doing a pottery class in a country where pottery is like they're part of their culture. I mean, obviously, if you ask me, they're just labeling these funds as that, and that's not what they're actually going toward. They're going towards something else, and they're just slapping those labels on there. Do I have proof? Can I prove that? No, that's just my personal feelings. That's just what I think is going on. I mean, I remember back in the day when I was a kid, it was like the military and NASA, spending 10 grand for a toilet seat. We all know they're not spending 10 grand on a toilet seat. And once that got called out and came to light, they just kind of switched gears, and now it's into these, well, let's fund this and let's fund that, and really the money's being funneled into something else. But I also do have a Bible verse for you on this. Oops. I have that video back up, but let's bring in this proverb for you. Proverbs 13:22. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. That's right. This is a biblical principle. There's also another proverb that I happen to know. It's something along the lines of a good man plants a tree whose shade he knows he will never sit under. And the idea is behind that is to make sure that we know that hey, it's not all about instant gratification. It's not all about making sure that I'm taken care of, although that is important, don't get me wrong. But the more important thing is to make sure that, future generations are taken care of, that we work to better things for them, for things for the future, for our kids' kids, our children's children. And sometimes that means, sacrificing now, doing without some things, having things cost a little more now so that future generations can have something. Amen? Don't you agree? Don't you think that's a good principle? Now that that's over, I do have another story and another segment for you. But before we get into that, I would also like to remind everyone out there that, hey, hit that subscribe button. You can help me get the word of Jesus out and keep doing these live streams just by hitting that subscribe button. Hit the like button. If you like what you're seeing and what you're hearing, hit the like button, and YouTube will push this out to more people. Leave a comment. As I said earlier, I would love to be able to talk to everyone. And also, hit the join button. Become a member of the MNC family, where not only will you get badges that will appear in front of your name and comment so people will know that, hey, you're a member of the MNC, but they're also color coded so that people can tell how long you've been a member. Also, there are some personalized emojis that I made myself. Not the greatest, but I did make some emojis for you guys. 4 of them, a matter of fact. And if you join, you can also put these emojis in the comments. Also, when I do a live stream and I do see you leave a comment, I'll make it a point to try to read your comment and respond to it during the live streams so that you can have more personalized interactions. And if you also, there's another tier where if you become a member of Here's the Bridegroom, then you'll get access to my members only videos, where I do have my first one up, and it's my personal testimony, how I came to be a Christian, how I got saved. I will be putting out more. Also, with these streams, I'm also going to be doing, not this one, but future live streams. I'm also going to be doing some of the more hot topic, sensitive topics. I'm going to take and do live streams for members only, with those. But so I do look forward to seeing you guys there. So hit that join and become a member of the MNC and help support me in what I'm doing. And now let's get into this next story. What do you say?